I never asked, what square foot is this house?
Big. We're right on the banks of the Shannon Estuary, so it's kind of got the best of both worlds. We've got Limerick and Kerry and water. I came here when I was 2, and 38 years later I will always be a blow-in no matter what, and I'm regularly reminded of that. So yeah, I grew up here, spent my childhood, my teens here. We met in college. We both went to Limerick, UL for college, and we moved into the same house one summer, and that was it. We got jobs in Dublin and we moved on up and we lived in Maynooth for almost 10 years, was it? 10 years. Had 2 kids, sold the house and decided, what are we going to do now? It was, well, now we were lucky, we had the option to build here. My parents had land in various places, so we were lucky that we had various options open to us. And they'd always said if we ever wanted to, we could, but it was never on the radar, ever. It was just one weekend, we were kid-free, we went to look at a house and said, what are we doing? We can do this at home for far less.
Yeah, well, we knew pretty much moving here that building was probably going to be the best option. This is a fantastic site because you think you're in the middle of the country, but the town is 2 minutes walk away.
Yeah.
You know?
We were slightly complicated, the fact that there's 2 sites and they would be classed as backland development because one house was going to be behind another, so we had to put in planning in a certain way so that we were going to be guaranteed to get the planning. Yeah, so my cousin Suzanne is an architect and she took the design actually for both houses. The house has to fit the site as opposed to plonking a building onto a site because it's a small hilled site, so we knew there was going to have to be a little bit of creativity going into it. And also the fact that we are close to the village and there are houses around us and my parents are nearby, so it kind of had to fit. That was the big thing for me. We wanted it to work for the family. But the planning went very straightforward. I'm from Glynn, I grew up here, went to school here. You know, we even got married here, so we had lots of letters from here. We were already living here, we were renting a house, we had kids in schools in the area, so we were able to show, and because the house is actually built inside the village perimeter, so inside the 50-kilometre zone, inside the town zone, we didn't need to show local needs. So we had gone onto Pinterest. I had gone onto Pinterest and House and online, and I didn't want an open tread stairs because I didn't like them. I don't like stairs. I'm not good on stairs. I fall down stairs. Ended up with an open tread stairs. I wanted the chunky look. I wanted the treads pushed in really. I wanted to have it looking like it was the steel frame without the steel frame cost, and I wanted the staircase impact at the base of it without it being traditional because it's obviously quite a contemporary space down there. We wanted a pantry for a number of reasons. One of them was to keep all of the food in one place, and the other one was the fact that we wanted to have no heating in it. You kind of reach that point where you just want to be in it. The house was painted and it was floored. We had cardboard on the windows for blinds in our bedroom. The other rooms had blinds. The kitchen was in, we didn't have a worktop for a week. That was it. The freedom, they loved the freedom.
Yeah, but as soon as we were in here, it was like as if they'd been here for
ever.
Ages. You know?
It feels like we've always been here. We knew from the minute we were planning even to design a house, it was going to be a building contractor we went with, because we don't have any contact in the trade.
No.
And we both work full time. You know, it made sense to us.
If I was to build another 10 houses, I'd go with the same builder.
Yeah.
Why?
He was just
trustworthy
and
sound,
competent, and you could just work with him.
Yeah. Easy to work with. Probably the easiest person to work with.
Oh yeah, there's no question. He made it. I mean, for all the problems we had along the way, in one way or another, he made it easier because he was just good at it.
It was enjoyable to work with him, like, it really was. I missed him for a few weeks after we moved in because we were so used to seeing him every day that it was kind of weird that he wasn't coming to the door. It was strange, like he had gone, anytime anything was put in windows, he had gone around to all the windows and he actually had a timer on his phone that he gave X number of minutes to every single window.
That's right.
What does that mean?
So he'd set a timer of 3 minutes on his phone and he would look at one window for 3 minutes.
Because if you go to do a walk around and check the windows,
you miss things.
the chance is you'll actually just take a quick look and move on.
Whereas he spent 3 minutes.
He set a timer so as he knew he was actually taking the time to look at them properly.
It does change, yeah. I think every so often we both look at each other and say we can't believe we're in it.
I mean, working from home here since last June has been,
Yeah.
it's just been nice, but I mean, I suppose all summer, that room there when the sun comes in is lovely, like, so I mean.
It was a lovely calm next day, and I suppose it was the Monday probably when we were both back to work that it hit us, because we were still up and down to the rental just a few times just to get the last few bits that had to be moved down. There was no major high, I have to say. It was just a nice feeling of, right, that's it now, we've moved on to the next phase.